When I arrived to the school, the first thing I noticed was how clean and open the campus was. I also noticed that there were staff members along with the campus police patrolling the area for safety, and I immediately felt safe in that school. I also noticed that the classroom that I observed in was very bare and standard. She did not have much of the student work up on the walls, mainly due to the fact that the school year had just started. She did have up general posters with words of encouragement for student achievement, along with school pennants from colleges around the area. Surrounding the high school are neighborhoods composed of upscale homes with landscapes and quiet streets. This is very ideal and conveniently placed because the neighborhood is right across the street from the elementary school, the middle school, and the high school. The teacher that I observed has been teaching English for several years. She is very passionate, but she does not let this get in the way of her teaching. She does not teach in a very monotonous way. She teaches in a way that reflects a part of her personality. She is very relaxed. She is very relatable to the students, and the students respond well to this. They feel comfortable and they are volunteering and they participate whenever they can. And this is due to the fact that the teacher was able to build a connection with the students and make them all feel welcome in her classroom environment. So 3 aspects that I've noticed throughout my observations are student engagement, student collaboration, and the relationship built between the student and the teacher. So in regards to student collaboration, students are given multiple opportunities to work collaboratively. They enjoyed this method of working because they are able to ask their partners or group mates questions regarding the assignment or spark a discussion with them about it before they go to the teacher and ask for help. And they're always very welcoming of everybody into a group. There was this one day during my observation where there was originally a group of 4 in the back of the class, but this day 3 of those members were absent, which left 1 alone. The group next to them noticed this and invited that 1 student over to join so that they can complete the assignment. And of course, the student joined and they worked as a group for the remainder of the class period. They feel comfortable doing this because they feel comfortable with each other. And feeling comfortable with each other plays into the student engagement. They are not in fear that the others will judge them. So they participate a lot. They share their work a lot. They volunteer to be a teacher for the day or part of the lesson. And this is an activity that the teacher does do where she elects a student to act as a teacher for a part of the lesson. Usually the activity she has them do is annotate another student's essay in front of the class and then tell the class why they're commenting this on their paper and how the student can fix it. This is a way for the teacher to assess how the students are understanding and grasping the concepts that she is teaching them. Again, the students feel comfortable doing this because of the relationship built between the teachers and the student. The teacher builds on this relationship every class period. She dedicates the first 5 to 10 minutes to talking to the students and asking how their day was and how they are. This is to show that the teacher does not only care about the academic success of the students, but she genuinely cares about their well-being. And the students see this, and so they also ask about the teacher, how she's doing, and they just build up on the relationship that they already have. Teachers hold their students to high standards. They expect their students to have confidence and knowledge to not only be college and career ready, but to also be a positive asset to the community. There are multiple programs and resources for those who appear to be struggling in these areas. They are worked with until they show signs of maintenance and growth. Students at this school are not given up on, but are rather worked with until they succeed. Students are often congratulated by the school teachers whenever they achieve something. This is done often so that the students feel encouraged to continue to grow. Most of the staff members are also really good at not belittling the students. They talk and treat them as if they're an adult. I find this important, especially at this high school level, because many students are at that stage where they are transitioning into adults and want to be treated as if they are. This is a way of the students being able to acknowledge their own growth as an individual. Based on what I observed, students are encouraged to do most of the talking in the classrooms. Teachers want the students to raise the questions rather than waiting for the teacher to ask them for them. This helps the teacher personalize the lessons based on the questions of the students. Students are also asked by the teacher to bring the class's attention to a connection that they made about the lesson to a previous one. This lets the teacher assess the growth of the student. This aspect was specifically surprising for me to see. I've witnessed numerous students voice their connections made with the previous lesson. Most of the time, students just absorb information but don't take the time to think it over and see where else that lesson may apply. They are always actively thinking. The school supports student achievement with the inspirational quotes found in the hallways. There are quotes composed of people from the past that are encouraging the idea of growth, happiness, and inspiration. There's also a segment on the video announcements called BNN Spotlight, where a student every week is acknowledged and congratulated based on their achievements. This acts as a motivator for the students to work hard so they are possibly the next student to be highlighted. Students are always encouraged to raise opposing ideas or contribute to the class from their own perspective. This type of student engagement adds to the learning outcome of the students and the teacher because they are exposed to different ideas or views that they haven't thought of. This may also spark a new class discussion. Every day on the morning announcements, the principal leaves the students with this quote, "Be kind to one another." Students hear this every morning, so it is embedded in their minds. They may think of this before they say something harmful. Teachers also tell the students that they have a zero tolerance policy for any negative comments made in the class to a student based on their contribution. And there is a mutual respect that is to be had. I found that every student at this high school has the capability and resources to succeed. It is just a matter of them wanting to and reaching out to it. And I find this surprising because not many high schools do this. And it's very nice to see that they do.